Hey guys, sorry, I took the things out, his little hide, because my camera's just not cooperating with me today, so I've just decided to do it this way. Yeah, this is my second video on how to set up a tank. Either one leopard gecko or two. Now you can see the size difference between the two. Now this is a 20-gallon tank overall. I had just her, the little girl on the left, in this entire tank by herself, which is more than enough for her, and she'll be plenty happy with a fraction of that. So as you can see, I usually have their hide like right here, but they're really hard to get out. So what I usually do is I just leave their hide right here. It takes up a good section of it, and you know, they're really happy with the hide and all this stuff. But it is a little difficult to actually get everything set up so that you have it this way. Other than that, real easy. They're really good pets. Now I'll show you the tank setup. This whole thing, including the heat pad, which is right here, and the lights and everything, was about $300 from Petco. If you don't like Petco, don't go to Petco. I just bought the supplies there because they have everything there. I usually go to Animal Instincts in Fall River, Mass. I usually go there because they're a local pet store, and they do take care of all their animals and everything like that much better than Petco does. As you can see, she's very skittish. Like I can't even get near her without her jumping like that. I bought her from Petco for like $30 overall. Really good pet. A leopard gecko, really great starting lizard. The fatter the tail, the healthier. Whoa, hold on. See, they don't have toe pads, so if they're doing that, you can just shake a little bit and they'll be okay. But the fatter the tail is, the healthier she is. Because that's where they put all their fat deposits. And really, you know, nice going pet. She's a little skittish, but most geckos aren't like that. I'm trying to get her back to normal. Mealworms in his tank. That's what I recommend for any kind of lizard. Not any kind, but that's a real good staple diet. Now, if you live in a real good staple diet, if you live in a cold area, sorry that I'm jumping around a lot. I'm just remembering what I have to say. Blankets or anything like that near the tank will insulate the tank so that it is a little warmer during the night. Now, yeah, she's only $30. Everything all set up. She's stepping in her calcium cap, which is a must. Pretty good pet. Now, the calcium cap is a must because she'll get metabolic bone disease. And this is her water dish and her food dish. Any kind of big insect will get out of that, and I also got that from Petco. Repticarp, really good substrate, especially for the winter. Otherwise, I use tiles. I'll just line her entire tank with tiles, and you may think that that's cold, but when it's heated, it actually holds the heat very well. Other than that, I love these tanks, the locking screens, because if any young kids anywhere nearby try getting at it, they don't know how to pick it up. See, you can't pick this up at all. You got to slide it, and it even locks. So the first time I ever opened this tank, I couldn't figure it out because you have to lift these up, and then you have to kind of scooch that corner out. But a 75-watt white light is really good because they might want to bask. And a 50-watt red light is really good because it just maintains the temperature. And you don't need to go out and buy these really expensive thermostats. If you want, you can. Not thermostats, thermometers. This one is right next to my heat pad, which is underneath, so that they both have a heat, a warm side and a cold side. So I recommend putting the thermometer right next to the heat pad, and put the probe on top of the heat pad, because if you go over there and you do this and you play around with this gauge, it will, it'll say this one's at 90 right now. My phone needs to focus. It's kind of hard to see. But right now it's at 90. So it's 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, and 105. If this is at 90, you can put it at almost any temperature you need. If this probe isn't on the thermostat, I mean the heat pad, then it won't stop. It'll just keep climbing and climbing and climbing, and you could burn your geckos. But she's a $30 gecko from Petco, relatively easygoing, good pet. Now he is a totally different story. He's on the other side of the spectrum. He's a very rare bloodline. He's from the Godzilla bloodline. His great-great-grandfather is Moose. His great-great-grandfather. His great-grandfather, I think. Yeah, his great-great-grandfather is Moose, the biggest leopard gecko at that time. And then his grandson, Godzilla, was the world's biggest leopard gecko at the time at 170 grams. Moose was at 156. And then Godzilla's son, T-Rex, was at 171 grams and a foot long. And Godzilla was at 170 and 11 inches and 13/16 of an inch. And this is Tank. This is T-Rex's son. He is a Tremper Sunglow Supergiant. He's at right now he's at about 115 grams. Not very big, but at the same time, his bloodline makes him very valuable. I am gonna breed him. You never want his tail to be in the dish bowl because they can nibble on it. Yeah, he is. I do plan on breeding him and selling his babies. Not with her; she's way too small. I do plan on breeding her with another lower end gecko, so I could sell those for anyone who wants a good deal on a gecko. As you can see, very healthy, very chunky. He is massive compared to most other geckos. He's really, like, you don't want to pick. I don't want to pick him up too high because he likes to jump, but he likes being on the ground. You can pet him on the ground and all that. He doesn't mind that too much. See, they're trying to get into each other's tanks because they like each other's company. But yeah, mealworms are a good staple diet. All that good stuff. If you have any questions, my name's Cameron Santos. You can feel free to message me on Facebook or leave a comment. I'll be more than happy to answer any questions about if you want to buy any of his babies. I do plan on breeding him with a Max Snow Supergiant if I can get my hands on one. If anyone knows where a cheap, like a pretty good sized one is, I'd really appreciate that. Yeah, so thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you have any questions or just send me a message on Facebook. Thank you.